Right, the back pointing again. Like I say, you can't finish it off because it's too wet at the moment. Well, the mortar's not wet, it needs to be a certain dryness before you can point it in, otherwise it just smear all the brickwork.
Perps first, perps first.
No, different type of pointing. Sometimes you do the beds first, sometimes you do the perps first. If it was cut and struck, then it would be the perps
Yeah,
first.
like you're doing first.
Weather struck, yeah, it's all
I'm going to do them
different.
first once I point it, but not putting it in.
Yeah.
It don't matter whether you put it in perps first.
No, you do it the way I showed you. Don't worry, listen to anybody else. Should be finished here by about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
What? We'll be finished by 10:30. It's only 8:20. Are you trying to get a full day out of this little tiny job?
Well, I expect a full day's money anyway.
Huh?
I expect a full day's money anyway.
You'll get it because we're going to another job after this.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You've got to go and finish off that one we started yesterday grinding out.
There's less to point up as we go along. But we'll show you that as we go along. There we go, back to the pointing.
These perks are about 5 mil.
Yeah, some of the perps are tight, but you've just got to get over it. You just got to...
Last job they was 25 mil. I reckon you might have built this.
Might have done. I didn't do much work down the coast. Most of my work was in Burnham, Slough, Windsor.
How many bricklayers did you have working for you?
If I remember rightly, we never had any more than about 8 or 9. Sometimes we used to take on a couple if we were pushed. I never took on that much work anyway. I only took enough work on to keep us going. But saying that, I used to do a lot of big jobs. I used to work for a company called Slough Estates, biggest renting company in the world. Used to build some massive warehouses for them. Block of flats, 60 flats for William Hartley's.
Did you ever use profiles?
Oh my God, no, profiles. Wouldn't have them on the job. The bricklayer can't build a corner, he's no good to me.
Who was your best bricklayer?
Me. I was my best bricklayer. My lads were all apprentices, basically at the same company. Young Rob, Dick the Dart. You know, in them days, if you built a corner and the scaffold went up, you went back to the same corner.
Not anymore, you go to another one because you know you've probably messed it up.
Yeah, these days they go to the corner, the one they built, because they know it's wrong or it's high or it's low. If brickwork's done the proper way, you know, with gauge rods and datums, it's easy. They make it more difficult for themselves because they haven't been trained properly. My lads are all good. I had them for same lads for about 20, 25 years. Then the big recession hit, and of course, there was hardly any work about. I carried on working, went to work for a few subcontractors. That was an eye-opener. God, some of them didn't know a trowel or a level from a broomstick. Of course.
What about old Mickey Walsh?
Oh, Mickey Walsh, yeah. We were doing a job for Austin Brickwork, Reading Way, I think. And we're building these little...
the army barracks.
Oh, the army barracks. Yeah.
Wherever that was.
And we're building like 2 little walls out the front, bin stores. I can't remember what they were for. Anyway, nice enough fella. Anyway, he kept looking at my brickwork. So I said, all right. He said, yeah. He said, is that upright? I said, as far as I know. I said, why is that? He said, because I'm eyeing it in. I said, all right then. Anyway, so pass me your level and I'll check it. So I passed me his level. And there was no bubble in it. Absolutely no bubble anywhere. No horizontal, no vertical. So I said, what's all that about? That's all right, he said. No one will notice it. I've been winging it for years, he said. But he was a really nice fella. I think he came from the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, he did. He was living on the Isle of Wight.
But
Soup Rod is another character, wasn't he?
oh, yeah.
Oh, Simon, great bloke. Big lad.
Yeah, big lad, fantastic.
Still done as much as everyone else. Great bloke.
Yeah, there was a few people that we came across that were pleasant to work with, but most of them, they weren't trained bricklayers. I know one bloke said to me, he said, your name's Mike, and I said, it is. He said, what did you used to do before you became a bricklayer? I said, I've always been a bricklayer. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, I started when I was 16 and I was about, I don't know, 58 then. He said, oh. He said, I used to have a couple of grocery shops, and I thought to myself, judging by your brickwork, you should have stuck to that. But he was nice enough. But all of them, it was just, they thought it was easy. You know, the money weren't no good, not like it is now. Blimey. If I remember rightly, it was stuck at £80 for about 200 years. Now, apparently it's 240, 250s.
Well, you get more than that being a supermarket.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, I tried being a foreman. I did. It was one of the couple of firms I worked for, but I just couldn't put up. The bricklayers, it don't matter what you said. I ended up shouting at a bricklayer, and I've never done that in my life, so I thought, that's not for me. So I resigned my commission. But there are some idiots running sites. They're not foreman bricklayers, they're just there to check the times and pretend to be foremen. One or two should have got a right-hander. If I'd have been a bit younger, I'd have done it and all.
We see a few get a right-hander.
But,
we don't condone violence, but when people are nasty
don't, no, certainly not, no. But there are some horrible people out there. But I dare say you get that in all walks of life. Right, this top bit is a small section of the wall that, apart from being brushed, it's nearly finished. But still not quite right for it to be done. But it won't take long, another half hour or so, and the rest of it will get pointed. Oh, I'd also like to make a point. When I always say that Ben's brickwork's good and his pointing's fantastic, rest assured, if it wasn't, I would be the first to let him know. But he's been trained well, and his work is really, really good. But I would, you know, stand on me. If it was bad, I'd make him do it all over again. But no need for it, because as I was training him, he was just soaking up everything I was telling him. That's why he's so good at what he does now. Cares about his work. Same as my other son. Right, that's all ready for pointing now. It's gone off nicely, as you can see. It's not smearing, and it's not dragging itself back. So that's absolutely, you have to get the timing perfect. If that was too wet, it would smear. If it was too dry, it would fall out. So, like I say, pointing is an art. You can't just bung it in and expect it to look good. That's why we do not use a pointing gun. Many do, and fair play to them.
The main reason we don't use a pointing gun is because you've got to put either 3 ton of plasticizer with it,
yeah,
which in my opinion kills the mortar,
yeah,
or ferro liquid, which does the same. But if that's, you know, if you want to use that, then it's fine. But
yeah, using a mortar gun,
not for us, you know.
It's not for us. You have to put the mortar in too wet for it to get through the tube, by adding some sort of additive, which you can do, normal brickwork, but only, you know, it's got to be done properly. It's a certain amount. You just can't put gallons in or use washing up liquid. That's no good at all.
Right, that's finished. I just need to brush it, and then I'll touch it up when I brush it. Let's carry on with that next bit.
Yes, Ben's going to brush that little bit in a moment and carry on with
You notice how I do the perps
what
first.
he's doing, and you do notice, as he says, he's doing the perps first.
Because it's already in.
Because it's already in.
Alright, all done. We're off to the next job. You coming, or do you want to get dropped off?
I'll get dropped off, I think, today. I think I've done plenty today.
Got plenty of drinking tea. Right, that's it for today. Next job I'm not allowed to film on, so I've got another job starting tomorrow, so hopefully there'll be another video tomorrow.